Hello, and welcome to Improvised Incoherence, the show where I practice compiling my thoughts, organizing them into structures, translating them into words, and hopefully spewing them out of my mouth in the way that I intended. In real time! Well, there will probably still be video editing, just so that I don't bore you with ums and long, awkward pauses, but the point is that the path from my thoughts to your ears will be much more direct than, say, with a speech therapy episode. Also, special guest appearance by Biddy. In this episode, I'm going to be answering the questions that some of you gave me on Facebook. What is a perfect day for you? A day where I am productive, which is difficult for me to quantify because I've never really taken the time to keep track of how much I work every day. So I just discovered this application yesterday called Toggle. It keeps track of how much you work on stuff. It's just a time tracker. I'm looking forward to using that and figuring out how much I actually get done every day. What am I actually doing with my time? How would you define reality? So this is actually a question that I've been struggling with. It is probably the reason why I've been having so much trouble sleeping for the past week. It really sort of started when I started college, but it's gotten more intense over time, trying to figure out if what I believe is true, what do I believe, who am I? What are my skills, and what should I do with them? Am I a competent person? Can I speak English? Was college a waste of time? The answer is, I don't know. As my dad would say, I'm trying to find the truth. What do you feel are the greatest benefits of higher education? Before I went to college, I tried to learn how to program, like in C++ and Python, which probably weren't the best languages to start with anyway. I found it really difficult to make the connection between the code that I was writing and what I was supposed to do with it to be able to make stuff. So that's sort of what I learned in college. It gave me that connection between computer code and making a computer do something. And that's kind of the case with media arts as well. It gave me the basics of how to make a film and what a film should have. I don't necessarily have the skills to have a job in that area, but it gave me an idea of what else I need to learn to be able to do that. What is the meaning of life? What's with all these existential questions? It is to have children. And if you don't have children, make something that the next generation will appreciate. Or at the very least, convince other people's babies to continue taking care of you. And then hopefully, someday, the human race will do something meaningful in the universe, if we're lucky and not stupid. That is the meaning of life. Maybe. Or maybe not. Do you drink coffee? And if so, black or otherwise? There we go. A nice, practical question. No, I don't drink coffee. I like the smell of it, but it tastes terrible. How do you imagine your life in 20 years? With my brain. So when I was little, I had this grandiose vision of working at my favorite video game studio and living in California. But of course, as I got into college, I just sort of realized that that wasn't really what I wanted. And part of that was because the video game studio went in a different direction, and I wasn't really sure if I wanted the video game programmer lifestyle. So the dream sort of transformed into I'm going to work at a small business in a small city. And that's still the dream. Like, I think the ultimate goal is to have my own business, maybe. I've always had a ton of ideas. Videos and books and applications and video games. a business would just be a place where I could produce a bunch of stuff and see if anybody liked it. I don't know how profitable it would be because most of my pursuits are artistic or experimental. But for sure, in 20 years, what I would like to do is have some novels published, even when everything else changes. That has always been a goal in my life, and I don't think it will ever change. What are your musical preferences? Do you have a favorite band or artist? Are there musical performances you would pay to watch? So my musical preferences have always been electronica, techno, everything in that genre. The artists that I'm into kind of transform over the years, though. So I started out with Italian pop music, like Eiffel 65 and Gabri Ponte. A few years ago, I was really into Wumpscut and Suicide Commando, which are as German and angry as they sound. Lately I've been into Rotor Sand and Mind in a Box, but if I could see a musical performance live, it would be from my current favorite band, V&V Nation. That was an episode of Improvised Incoherence. Be sure to like and comment below. Let me know what you want me to talk about. Or feel free to answer any of the questions on this episode. I would love to hear about what you think about the world. What is reality to you? Thanks for watching. Bye.